Hey everybody, how are you doing? So I thought I'd just do a little video this morning and let you know what my routine is generally on a Monday morning for my eBay. I try to stay on track with my routine so that I stay organized and on top of my eBay stuff, because it's really easy for me to get off track and unmotivated. If I don't, something is going on that day, for some reason I have an early appointment at doctor's or something and I don't get right into my eBay, I come back and I find myself sidetracked doing all kinds of different things. And sometimes there've been days when I never got anything listed or photographed or shipped, or I just didn't do anything with the eBay. I looked on there and that was about it. And I wasn't really selling a lot of stuff, and I said to myself, I need to get a routine down. And it's been working pretty well for me, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. I try to do my shipping on certain days. I do shipping Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That way I don't have to run to the post office every day. Actually, I don't always go to the post office when I do my shipping. Some of my smaller things I actually ship right from home from my own mailbox. My mail lady is very nice, and she just takes it right from here. So I print my own postage on eBay. Which I'll do. I'll explain that in another video, but you should print your own postage on eBay. It's a great thing. Off your own laptop, I mean. So anyway, back to my routine. I haven't been doing eBay for a really, really long time, trying to do it as a business. I started out years ago. I did eBay, for years I've done it. I go on there and I buy things that I see, and I've had a couple things that I've listed on there and sold that I didn't want over the years. But I never tried to do it to really make some actual money doing it until recently. And I started, first off, selling my stuff on Facebook. I even started my own Facebook page just to try selling all this stuff, and it was working really good for a while. Selling a lot of stuff, some days 6 things, some days 3 things, depending on what I had listed. But I live on the outskirts in a wooded, not really wooded area, but a small town. Small amount of people around. And most of the people that were buying my stuff were in the next town over. And they'd find out where I lived. They didn't want to come to pick it up. And so I'd end up meeting, I'd wait till I'd sell a few things, and then I'd meet several people at once at one location to get everything picked up. And it really started being annoying, especially in the winter time. It seemed like I wasn't selling as much stuff, and somebody would buy something and they'd want it, and I'd tell them, well, you have to wait, either come pick it up yourself or you have to wait. And then, until I get more sales. And then it'd be the next day, I'd sell like 2 or 3 more things. So then I'd go down, and then that first person wasn't available to meet me the next day, and it really got to be a hassle. Or I'd sell things and people would set up a time to meet me, and they would be no-shows. They wouldn't show up to meet me. So it just got to be such a hassle. So now the only way I really sell things on Facebook and Craigslist is the bigger items that I have, like basketball hoops, furniture. Bigger things that are too heavy to ship, that I just would not even think of trying to ship. I have, all kinds of different furniture that I no longer have a use for, so I decided, well, let's get rid of this. Baseball, I don't know what you call it. My son used to throw the baseball against it, bounces back, it's like I don't know what you call it, but anyway, those type of things. So I bought it for $100 and something, so I figure I should be able to get $20 for it, right? Anyway, those are the type of things I sell on Facebook. Other than that, I sell on eBay. All the way. I don't do Amazon, because Amazon is more for new things. If you're going to do FBA, if you're going to sell, if you have abundance of things, you can sell them on Amazon. I also think, and I might be wrong on this because I've never sold on Amazon, but I think Amazon's prices are more to sell. And just different things like that. Their fees are higher. So I like eBay. I've always liked eBay for everything. So I stick with eBay. It works for me. I don't know what you do, but let me know. Leave me some comments and let me know. Did you try Amazon? Did you try Shopify? I've never tried Shopify either. I like eBay. I really like eBay. So anyway, back to my routine. I actually am a grandmother of 4 beautiful grandchildren, and 3 of them I have the privilege of watching. Their mom works 3rd shift, so they come and stay with me, and they sleep overnight. It's just easier that way. So my son is in high school. He gets up. I have to get him up 5:30 in the morning. So I get up 5:30 in the morning, get my son off to school. His bus comes before 6:30, so I'll get him ready. So I get up. I have my cup of tea. Today I'm drinking out of my Nantucket cup. Love my red rose tea. So today, so today's Monday. So get up, get my son off 5:30. Got him ready for school. Off. Gave him his everything he needed, his lunch, all that stuff, which my husband actually made for him today. And got my shower. Took my vitamin that my daughter got me. These 1-a-day vitamins seem to be working great for me, giving me a lot more energy. Drink my water, my lemon water. I make sure I drink lots of lemon water. I wake up dehydrated. And I drink my tea, which caffeine dehydrates you. So I try to drink my water. I love the lemon water, the good antioxidants. It's good for so many different things. I love lemon water. So anyway, I get up, get my son off, get my shower, or have my tea and my vitamin. And then I take my shower. Then by then, my grandkids are starting to wake up, so I get them. If they're awake, I get them dressed. If they're not, I usually sit down and have another cup of tea. So then I get them up, get them dressed, get their breakfast. Today they had waffles and juice, and we play games. We look at ISS live on the International Space Station, Yellowstone National Park, just different things they like to look at on the laptop, where we play games and do different things. So, do their stuff, get them ready for school, dressed, teeth brushed, all that stuff. Their mom comes and gets them by 8:30, and they go off, and then my day starts. My official day of my own things I have to do starts. So on Mondays, they leave at 8:30. I make my cup of tea. I sit down, answer all my emails first off. That's the first thing I do, is all my emails, because I take the weekend off. I don't answer emails. Weekends to me are my time. I do Monday through Friday. If I'm going to work for myself, I'm not going to work on the weekends. Let's be honest. I don't want to work on the weekends. It's my family time. Family is everything to me. So, and you don't get those years back. The kids, they grow so fast. So, I answer all my emails, and then I do my Facebook. I go on Facebook and see if I have any messages on Facebook, and if anybody's bought any of the things I've listed on Facebook. And if they do, then I set up arrangements to meet them in the afternoon, or have them come here to pick up their stuff. And I usually don't like to meet a lot of people at my house, so I'll meet them uptown or somewhere, the next town over, police station, or somewhere wherever I feel safe. So anyway, so then after I've done my email and my Facebook, I sit down and it's time to start my eBay. And I devote 2 to 3 hours every day on eBay. And you have to devote time to eBay. eBay, if you're going to do eBay as a business, it's like any business. If you had a landscaping business, and whether you mow lawns or shovel snow or whatever you're doing, if you don't go do it, you're not going to make any money. If you mow 1 lawn a day, you might make, I don't know, $50. I don't know what you make for mowing a lawn. If you mow 4 lawns a day, you're going to make $200, and so on and so on. So you have to devote yourself. It's your business now. You're starting your business, and whatever time you choose to devote to it is what you're going to get back into it. It's like years and years ago, and I'm dating myself here, I used to sell Avon products. And you get these books in the mail, and you had to go out and give these brochures or whatever, booklets to people, and I used to have to pay for those books. So you go out and give these books to people, and then they give you the order, they call you with the order, and then you get the stuff and you have to go out and give them back their stuff and collect the money. And so it's like a 3-step process to make one sale, and it was crazy. And sometimes I'd be like, and especially in the winter, because I'm not a winter person, I don't like the cold, I don't like driving in the winter, so I'd be like, sometimes I'll be honest, I never took a book, and the books would sit there the whole campaign, and I never took them out to my customers, so I didn't get the orders. So like I said, it doesn't matter what business you have, if you're not putting some effort into it, you're not going to reap any profits. It's just the way any business goes. So like I said, I like to devote 2 to 3 hours a day to my eBay. Now Monday is a shipping day, so the first things I do on Mondays is I go on my eBay and I check all my messages. And I know some people say they don't even like to bother with the messages. It's like people can read their posts and see what their sales are all about. I answer those messages, and every single day, Monday through Friday, I answer those messages, because somebody might have a question. How many ounces does this hold, or how long is that sleeve? Can you give me the measurements or whatever? And it's not hard to answer their questions, and especially if you took good photos and notes and have it in I have a notebook where I keep all my inventory in the notebook, just in case for any reason my file on my laptop has a problem, because I'm not the most technical person. So I like hard copy. I'm old school. I like written down. So I have my inventory in my book, and my inventory all in bins. So I go find, if they say, okay, how much was this Princess House cup? What was the width of it at the top and the bottom? You go pull it out. It's so easy to do. So I answer those messages every single day, no matter what the person wants. And sometimes the people, I've had messages where they didn't get their item that I shipped. And you need to know these things. And I also want to know, like, if I'm listing something and somebody says to me, well, how many gigabytes is that, or how many of this, and I didn't think to list that teaches me, so the next time I go to list that same thing, I know I have to list this, specify this as well, because people need to know that. So it's a learning experience for myself as well. So always answer your messages, no matter what. It only doesn't really take that long. So after I answer my messages, I go to my listings and I check all my listings, and I look to see if anything's sold. And then any especially new things that I've put on, I like to see, has there been a lot of watches, a lot of views, I looked at, those type of things. Is there something that nobody has looked at since I've listed it, which is a really bad thing for me. So I check my listings, and then on Mondays after I do my messages and my listings, I go right to shipping, and I get all the things that have sold, and I go and ship them out first thing, and then that's done. And that's actually what I just finished doing. I just got back from shipping all my things out this morning. And sometimes it will take the whole 2 to 3 hours just to ship your things, especially depending on what you sell. If I sell things like glass and hard to package items, it obviously takes me a lot more than clothing or coins or something like that, which are so easy to ship. Postcards, paper items, books, so much easier to ship, DVDs and stuff, than things you have to wrap and package and really secure so they don't break. So depending on what you sold and how many items you sold, it sometimes will take the whole 2 to 3 hours just to do your shipping. Other times I can do my shipping in a half an hour and have the other hour and a half, 2.5 hours to do other things with my eBay. And even if it only takes you a little bit of time to do whatever you're scheduled to do that day, devote the whole 2 to 3 hours. And what I do is on Mondays, I'll take and organize my inventory, make sure everything's, anything that I haven't got put away, make sure it's put away. Just double check my inventory, do stuff like that. And if my inventory is all good, I'll take some photographs and get things ready to list. And then on Tuesdays, I have the exact same morning, only I don't ship. Instead, I focus all my time on listings and photographing and getting my drafts ready to list. And then when I list my items well, it really depends, because I don't own a store. And I know some people own a store. A lot of people own a store. And they will tell you, I've even watched other people's YouTube videos, and they'll say they have 100 things listed at all times, so they feel like they have to have the eBay store. I don't even know what it costs to have an eBay store. I don't think it's that much money. But I don't do an eBay store. And I don't pay the listing fee of 30 cents an item either. What I do is once a month, beginning of the month, they give you 50 free listings. You can list 50 free items, auction, fixed style, whatever you want to do. And so I always list those 50 items immediately. And sometimes it's just relist. It's a matter of relisting things that maybe didn't sell. So maybe I'll list 10 new items, and 40 of them are things that unfortunately didn't sell, and I have to relist those. And then when at least twice a month, there'll be a promotion. They'll send me a notification on my eBay, which you have to read those messages. And the promotions, you scroll down, like you go on to click on sell my eBay, click on selling, and scroll all the way down past your sold and unsold and all that, and your drafts. It will tell you any messages from eBay, So it'll tell you, now there's a promotion. You can list up to 500 items, fixed only price, between, I'll just say, May 4th to May 7th. So they don't give you a lot of time. They'll give you like 3 days. And I've tried the first time they gave me that promotion. I was like, wow, they gave me this promotion. I can list 500 things for free. I'm going around trying to take all these pictures, and it rained like it's doing today. If you can see outside, it's a really dreary day here in Connecticut. Been raining a lot lately. So it makes it hard to list, to photograph these items unless you have the lighting and all that stuff. So I try to do all my listings, all my photos, save them as drafts, and then when I get this promotion, list them all at once. Because like I said, I tried to do that 500 all at once the first time, and I was going around taking these pictures, trying to do all this stuff, and I don't even think I made 100. I think I did like 70, and I was exhausted. I was like so stressed out, like, oh my gosh. And some of the pictures I wasn't even happy with. Some of the things that I did take photos of, I didn't list. That's why I only did the 70 something listings, because the photos just weren't there, and I wasn't happy with them, or I'd find something wrong with the item. So it was just crazy. So now I take and I get all those done, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and any extra time I have on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do those listings, take the photos, make the draft, and save it as a draft. And then as soon as I get that promotion, 500 items, whether it be auction style or fixed, I go through and I list those. And sometimes I'll have them all set as auction, and they'll give me the promotion as fixed only, and I have to go through, which is a real pain, and change them all to fixed only. And sometimes they'll let you do fixed or auction or whatever. So it depends on what the promotion is. But at least I have all my photos, all my details, everything in there. Makes it so much I can bang right through them and have them all listed. And so then I have 500 items listed for free. And if they do that twice a month, that's 1,050 items a month. It's a good amount of items to list. And if you keep listing, the more you list, the more you sell. And again, I'll explain that in another video. I don't get into too much in this video. It's getting pretty long as it is already. I've been kind of rattling on here. I'm sorry. But it's very hard to get off of They can have some water here. Yeah, no. Choked up. It's dry in here actually because it's been raining so much. It's been so damp in here with the grandkids here. My husband turned on the heat last night to get the chill out of the air. It dried my throat right out. Just I've been used to having the windows open. I'm not used to the heat anymore, so it's really affecting my throat. Excuse me. But it's very easy to get off of your routine, and especially with summer coming now. You want to be outside. I do gardening and stuff like this, but this gives me a way to get all my stuff done by noon. So my work day's done by noon. I've watched my grandchildren, got my kids off to school, my grandkids off. I'm dressed, showered, had my tea, my vitamin. I'm ready to go. And I don't know if it's the vitamin or the lemon water or what it is, but it just gives me energy, gets me going in the morning. So I get all my stuff done. Like I said, I sit down, I do my email, my Facebook, after I do my Facebook, I think I forgot to mention, I click on inbox dollars, and I put my inbox dollars on, and I let I click on TV, and I let it play. And I let it play the whole time in the background while I'm on another tab, and I open a new tab to do my eBay. And then I'm making my money on my inbox dollars as well. And then I spend my afternoon doing whatever I want, whether it's coupons, because I'm a big couponer. I don't like spending money on groceries, or gardening. I love my fresh veggies. Going out and visiting friends, or now with summer coming, sitting by the pool, which is what I did a lot of last year. Only this year, I've already made my money by noon. So that's my routine. Let me know what yours is. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave me some comments and let me know if this routine works for you and what your routine is. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Remember, be kind.